It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's the first carry for Northwestern's Justin Jackson. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. Ball carrier. All
right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They run with Jackson out of the gun and tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. They're there on the tackle. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
They'll run for the first time with Joshua Keller. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. At the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll try the air now with Herbert. He's going to look deep for more. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Julian Edelman, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this.
And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. N'Keal Harry, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Pats have taken the early lead. The fly route works for the TD Graham.
And you know the receivers love to say, if we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did, all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is...
Yo, mic check, 1, 2, 1, 2. Mic check, 2, 1, mic check.
The Charger drive about to get going. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, it would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Now a first down throw complete downfield. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Give him 30 yards there. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now Jackson. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. John Simon. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, enough takes to start you out a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Looking deep for Gabriel. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones.
Eat them for lunch! Eat them for lunch!
What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. And they
Easy.
Downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st.
Sony Michel comes out of a long line of terrific running backs from the University of Georgia and was a 1st-round selection for New England in 2018. He does not mind carrying the football, never turns down an opportunity. Top 10 in rushing attempts in the league in 2019.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st, Michel. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
Taken down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
With a former Super Bowl hero, it's James White. They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. He puts it right side to White. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. And now Nick Folk, his career long, 56 yards. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. But off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck. And unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
They'll start on the ground with Kelly. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
2nd and 9.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he's going to be out of bounds tries, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a first down on a gain of 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Adrian Phillips on the stop. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Patriots 7, Chargers 0.
On 2nd down, here's Herbert. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run with Jackson. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down now, it's Jackson. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
He was brought down by...
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They'll try and run for it. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll run with Kelly. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Joshua Kelly, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
2nd and a yard.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Here's Newton. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Michelle. And he's got the 1st as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup.
1st down, Patriots.
Newton on 1st down. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. The sack by big number 98, Linval Joseph. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
Yeah, they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Being able to get this to his running back right. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
It's a gain of 8.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
To throw on 3rd down. Newton, he'll rifle this from deep right. And this will be caught at the 30. All the way in. Touchdown, New England. Demir Bird with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Patriots have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Patriots 14. Chargers 7.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Derek Rivers in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Well, a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Minute 55 left to go in the first half of play. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
4th down and on his Ty Long to punt. Here's Bird to return. We'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Patriots take over.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
Early in November. But they would be a wild card. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
At the Patriots' 18-yard line.
Herbert now. They'll set up the screen here to Justin Jackson. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Patriots. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
A final shot before the break. Newton. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard.
What a stop, baby. What a stop.
We send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, so here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he is out of bounds here on the return. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Newton. He'll find his tight end here, Asiasi. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going. Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Again, it's Michel. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. 2 yards and able to get the 1st down in the process. And a couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as he'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Newton. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
It's a gain of 20.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
1st down, here's White. And he is met at the line of of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And on the stop, it was the UCF product, Shaquem Griffin.
And what we just saw their partner was linebacking speed that can trump O-line power. We see that at times because he filled the gap before the offensive lineman could get to the next level and take him on.
To throw on second down is Newton. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 23. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
He's got the first down inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown.
New England.
Sony Michel, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Patriots 21, Chargers 7.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Again, it's Kelly. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll run it with Jackson. And he's going to be taken down there with a penalty flag on the field. Well, costly there. You wipe out the first down. You also move further back.
No doubt about it. So you went from moving the sticks to them staying in the same spot, except for that one guy carrying the yard marker. He moves back farther.
Herbert on first down now. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And out across midfield down to the 45. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
The 45-yard line.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 45-yard line. Play action. It's Herbert. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Third quarter now from SoFi Stadium. Here's a second and 10. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And he's got his target. That's Moore. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first.
On the 21-yard line.
On first down, Justin Herbert.
Ah!
He's got it. Touchdown. touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Chargers have made this a one-score game. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now.
It's 21. Chargers 14.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On 1st and 10, Newton. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And now it's SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. We get set for the 4th quarter. Patriots have the lead. They also have the football. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They defer to White out of the shotgun. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Well, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Michel. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Behind the chains, 2nd and 13. Newton to throw. To Michel on the dump off. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
On 3rd down, Newton. The pass complete. It's Bird. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers 39. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll turn to Michel as they go back to the ground. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Michel, the ball carrier.
Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on 1st down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Now Newton. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Well-timed effort there by Derwin James. A sack from his safety position. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him are not fully merged.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for 13 at a New England 1st down. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field. and getting pushed down it.
He's going to take off with it. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Full quarter.
So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They'll run on 1st down. Michel, and he's in. Touchdown, Patriots.
Touchdown.
Sony Michel, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Patriots, they...
Absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touch.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25.
The Charger drive about to get going. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Taylor incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw again. Taylor. This complete to Henry over the middle. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big play there for L.A. 45 yards. So caught right around the 6. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. That's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 19.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the 1st down run. Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. More from L.A. in a moment. Three yards to go on 2nd down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. It's a foot race. The 30. Past the 20.
Don't worry about it, baby.
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
Nick Foles for the extra.
That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. It seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they end up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Jonathan Jones that time, the one who got a hand in, knocked it away. On 2nd and 10, the ball back with Herbert. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Herbert. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Another Chargers first down.
Herbert back to the air. He's going to let it fly. And it's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Incomplete. Covered by Jason McCourty.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing again. Herbert. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They hand this off to Harris. And the most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild, and at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Pats, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4. And they'll have another road date next week with a loss.